The highest highs and the lowest lows in this game. My leg is completely dead, and even though I felt like I was checking them, it was just sinking into the front, the muscle at the front of the leg, and it was badly compromised. And it's like an American football in me suit at the minute. So, you know, it is what it is. Dustin fought a hell of a fight. Look, I was going to tough it out, do you know what I mean? I toughed it out as much as I could, but it was an unusual one, that's for sure. Where I would feel okay in sparring or something, checking that side. I felt like I lifted the leg up multiple times, but it just sunk into the muscle at the front and it was badly compromised. And then Dustin had good solid defense as well, so when I was pressing forward with the shots, he was defending well. It is what it is. He fought a hell of a fight, and that's it. What can you do? I'm happy for him. You know, me and Dustin now, he's, you know, it is 1-1. For sure we'll go again. I hurt him in the first round. You know, he got a good takedown. I turned him against the fence. Caught him on a nice elbow, caught him on a nice spinning hook kick.
Khabib has responded to your loss on Twitter. He says, this is what he wrote. He goes, "This is what happened when you change your team, leaving the sparring partners who made you a champion and sparring with little kids far away from reality." Do you have a response to that at all?
My team has been the team since day one. I've not changed any team. It is what it is, you know. Respect the athletes, and that's the character of the man for sure, behind the mask. And whatever, what's he want to do? Does he want to come back or no? Because he's not throwing no leg kicks. You know what I mean? I got up off Dustin. I got up off the ground against Dustin. I turned Dustin. You know what I mean? Look at little pockets of that sequence where he's fights. Like I said, styles make fights. Every fight is a different fight. That's why all this prestige and all that people try and like hold on to. I don't hold on to that. You know what I mean? Whether someone has multiple wins or multiple losses. You know what I mean? Every fight between every man is different. And that's it. Dustin's style just played into it today, and he got, you know, he has the durability, he has experience, and he has that leg kick now in his arsenal, and I'll let Justin keep going. So, but if he wants to have his disrespectful comments, come back and let's go again, man. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. If you come back, come back. You try and do it. You know what I mean? So that's that.
Khabib, when I was with him last week, said he needs to come out in that first round. He needs to try to grapple, not strike with him. You know, tire him out, make him use his arms and legs, get him past. You know, he thought a round and a half, and he thought the fight would go the other way if he could get Conor out of the first round and a half. I did talk to Khabib, and he said to me, "Dana, be honest with yourself. You know, I'm so many levels above these guys. I beat these guys, and you know, I don't know. I don't know what he's, but it doesn't sound very positive. So we'll see." And what he said was, I told you guys before, he won't hold the division up. I mean, he already retired. He's basically retired. I'm the one that's been, you know, trying to get him to do one more. I think Conor had a good first round doing what Conor does. But Poirier did too. I think Poirier fought the way he needed to fight in the first round.
Then the calf kicks seems obviously played a major factor.
100%.
And then I think Dustin even said he kind of thrives being overlooked. He didn't say he was being overlooked this fight, but I think a lot of people were looking forward to the Khabib-Conor fight. Did you think, A, was he being overlooked, and did he thrive?
Every time I did an interview, I had to talk about Dustin Poirier because the interviewers weren't. Yeah, he was totally overlooked.
Listen, I've been nervous in a lot of fights in my career, and a lot of times it's because I've had a lot to lose. You've seen those matchups, a lot to lose, and nothing to lose tonight, man. Top 5 lightweight, Dan Hooker. Of course, there was a ton of pressure, but I didn't feel it. I was there. My feet on that octagon canvas, man, rubbing my back on that cage, drinking a little bit of water. Team there, I felt at home, and onward and upward. Can't wait for the next one. I looked right into all these other cameras and just said, "Listen, Khabib, you are the greatest of all time. You are the GOAT. You are undefeated. You have looked unbeatable. You are right. None of these guys can hold a candle to you. What are you going to do? Come back and rematch one of these guys? It's not going to happen. You don't need to do that. You're a champion. But when a guy who shows that he's got a wrestling pedigree, when a guy who comes in and shows, yeah, he's not undefeated. Listen, I'm not undefeated. I wear my L's on my sleeve. I got 5 of them. A couple of them were weird stoppages, TKO, injury, defaults, whatever you call them. But every single time I've come back better. I'm by no means a perfect man inside that cage, inside that octagon. But I promise you I can beat that man. I promise you I can beat Khabib. So I told him, I didn't tell him personally, but I told him through the camera lens, listen, you've earned every right to be able to sail off into the sunset and continue your, living your life and making your impact, because you've done it thus far. But man, if you ever do come back, there's a man over here waiting for you from High Ridge, Missouri.